Now let us see how we create critical authorizations within the RSUSR 008 underscore 009 underscore new report. This report can be accessed in two ways. One, I can go to SA38 and execute that report, RSUSR 008 underscore 009 underscore new report, and execute it, and you get to the screen. Or you can go to SUIM, which you would normally do, you must be familiar with. Go to his user and then click on with critical authorizations. So basically get to the same, it's basically the same report. Now, the first step, so if you see here, you have two parts here, right? Critical authorizations as well as critical combinations. Critical authorization is, as the name suggests, that you can generate a report, create a report with critical authorizations. Okay, people having critical authorizations. And here critical combination is basically you combine the critical authorizations into, combine them to generate your SOD report, the conflicts report. So either way, the first thing you need to do anyways is to create the critical authorizations. So click on critical authorizations button, and then this is the report that you will ultimately create. But before you do that, we need to create the critical authorizations. So click on critical authorizations folder on the left panel. So you get a list of critical authorization IDs that are already created in the system. So let us create, so we have some data here that we are going to use. This data. So we are going to create these three critical authorizations and then use them to generate our SOD reports. So when you said use them, we're going to use posting account GL, GL accounting document in GL that goes in conflicts with maintain accounting periods, and post accounting document in GL also conflicts with maintain invoices. So we're going to use this combination of these conflicts, the critical authorizations to generate our conflicts report. All right, so let's go and enter this data into our system. So I'm going to copy paste this, or you can type this also if you want manually. Let us do this. So let's go to SAP. Okay, so first what we need to do is you need to create, so every critical authorization has has an authorization ID. So you need to create the critical authorizations in an authorization ID. So click on new entries. Let's create the authorization IDs as what we have. So let's create this as an authorization ID and then give a description. Okay, and every authorization ID or the report, you can color code it, right? You can give a particular color code. So let's say gray blue. Okay, now these critical authorizations can be created with or without the transaction code, the S_T code object. So if you don't want to use the S_T code in your rule set, then you can specify the transaction code here for which you're creating the critical authorizations. So because we may sometimes have multiple transaction codes, so preferably, don't use this field, but hit the enter key and then go and maintain the author transaction code values in S_T code object. So click on this, and if you want to save this, you can save and then create a transport request. Select that node and click on authorization data. So you get this box You continue. And now this is the place where you define your rule set, basically for critical authorizations. So one little point to note here is that you can give a group ID or don't give a group ID. It's up to you. But if you give a group, specify a group ID, you need to, for the same group ID, and the entry should have the same and or condition. So if you're using an and condition for something, a particular group ID, and that you have multiple entries for that group IDs, then for all those entries, the and or condition has to be the same. So if you use an and, you have to use and for every entry. If you use an or, you have to use an or for every entry. So what do I mean by that, right? So let's say in this case, you're using two transaction codes, okay, in your rule set, and both are S underscore T code object. So I'm going to have to use an or condition in both the records. I cannot use an and for one and or for the other one. So you can either, if you have the data in a file, you can copy paste them, or you can go and create your own entries yourself. So you can type the entries, what the object is, and system automatically picks up the authorization fields associated with each of those objects, whatever objects you put in. And then you go and, because this is a transaction code, let's put in our first transaction. It is F-26. 26. And then from here, I'll pick an or because I have to have two transaction codes, right? So if it was only one transaction code, you could use and. It doesn't really matter in that case. So S underscore T code. Then the field is TCD F-29, right? And this is an or again, because every group has to have the same operand. Now, once that is done, you have the objects, which with an and condition. Now, technically speaking, you could use the same group ID for all these 4 entries, but I prefer to use for each object one group ID to make a little sensible, more sensible to me to understand as to what is happening. So I'll use what I prefer. So go to 002 and then copy paste the object. Now, when you enter an object, like I said, the system automatically picks up the objects that are part of that object, the fields. Sorry. So click on value, and then you're going to say 01 here. And in SOD or in the rule sets, it always has to be checked with an and condition. So objects have to be checked like that. So click and press, select and A002. Then you also again have the same object because it has 2 fields. If you want to use the fields, you have to make an entry for each of those fields. There's a second field, so pick up the second field, which is the company code in this case, put an asterisk, and then put an and. We end with an and. Now, like I said, because all of these operands end with an and, you could use 002 for this object also, but I prefer grouping objects into different group IDs. So I'm going to use a different group ID. Then you also again have the field value here, which is also 01 and what is the second field? The counting type. Let's say an asterisk, and let's put an and. So once you are done entering all your entries for defining your rule set, you can then save it. right? So you go back now and your entry is created and the authorization ID is created. This one, right? Now let us go and create the second uh, critical authorizations from our list, which is FGL. Um, I'm just copy pasting everything now. So that, I save time little time. Okay, let's pick a different color this time. Hit the enter key again. Select the record and double click on authorization data. Click on new entries. Now we need to follow the same process. So I'm going to copy paste this. Now unfortunately the operands you have to pick this on manually. So this could be an OR. It could be an AND too, it doesn't really matter because there's only one transaction code in this case that we are using. And second one has to be an AND. So you enter the objects and the fields and the values accordingly. And in this enter key, save, go back and save. This is created 2 now. Okay, the GL and 14. Now let's create the third one that we have. So third one is again maintain invoices in this case. Let's take blue-green. Click on select and click on authorization data. Click on new entries. And now let us recreate this manually just for going through it again. So if you enter the object and every combination of, within the rule set has to end with an AND or OR operand, and entries belonging to the same set has to have a same group ID. So what is TCD? And then you have the transaction codes VF02. Select an OR because we have 2 transaction code in this example also. And you can copy paste VXF2. And this group starts and ends with an OR. Now let's go back and look at the other A8002. So A002, what is the object? VBRK, FKA. You can pick the fields from the drop down. The value is going to be 02 in this case. And because it's a combination, it's an object, and the field values are there, authorizations are there, you use an AND operand here in this case. Again, you copy paste what you want, the objects. And now pick, what is the second one? KOF, FKRT, billing type, put an asterisk here. We can AND operand again because you need to put them in the same group ID. Let's take the next object. So I'm going to put this in a different group ID. like I said again, because all of these end with an and, you don't need to use different group IDs. You could use A002 to itself. All right, so save it and then go back. Save whatever you have changes you have made so far. So you have created now 3 group IDs, but you also have, you see there are some more that are available that we created earlier. This is giving you the access for role administration, meaning with this, it got deleted. Okay, so let's create this quickly. For example, A001 and MS underscore T code. Field name is TCD, PFCG, and let's create something like, and that's an OR if you want to. In the second set, I'm going to, this is for creating a role. So I'm going to say S underscore user underscore AGR, and the activity, let's say, is 01, and it's an AND, because this is another field. This object has another field called the role name. So let's go and put that field also, and put an asterisk here, and finish this with an AND. So this is a critical authorization telling you who all would have access to create roles. This rule set does not include, when I say create role, it does not include generating profiles and all of that. So just go to PFCG and just pick, enter the role name and hit the create icon and then the save. That's all this particular thing does. Okay, so similarly, let's go and create for user administration too. So if we go and create, it's already there. So we are using 2 transaction codes in this case for creating and assigning roles to user IDs, right? So one is SU01 and another is UOUS. Both are the same transaction codes. And for doing user maintenance. So this set is that. So you have a role administration function conflicting with a user administration function. So what it means is one particular person in production environment cannot create a user ID and a role and then also assign the role to the user. Okay, so that's a conflict. So that is why we have created these to show that example. Okay, so now you have totally 5 critical authorizations that you have created. Okay, in the next video, we'll see how we can generate a report, a critical authorization report using these critical authorizations. Okay.